Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel HPB, and today I'm going to talk about some of the options that you can play this week. So options can be put or call, and now I'm going to discuss about some of my understandings of the stock market currently and some of the stocks which are going to have some decisive weeks, and I want to discuss more about how we can take some profit out of it. So let's get started. Nikola and General Motor merge really saw a great rally where Nikola crossed even $50 and reached to 50 plus out of nowhere, and it was not expected. And on the other hand, General Motors, as we all know that General Motors have been falling in their revenue, falling in their stock prices in last few months, not months, actually years, and they were always constantly in loss. Still, they wanted to try some EV market, and Nikola and GM got merged. But it's a huge amount of doubt, and there are so many eyebrows open that Nikola don't have any factory. At the same time, it's not a problem for long term because General Motors do have, but there are so many fake promises which are being audited currently in Nikola, and since it's located in China, there's not so much possibility of having a clear idea of what exactly is going on. Considering that even Luckin Coffee is being compared to Nikola currently, so there can be fake promises, there can be fake, um, like impact on the market, and it can have a negative as well as positive impact. So it's it's a best bet to have some swings on this. You can play some swing trading, and you can what I am personally going to do is I am going to put buy some puts, but I would suggest you to have some research and back yourself up with some reason that why you want to buy a call or a put on Nikola. I leave it on you, but definitely this is something which is going to be considered, considering it has huge amounts of ups and down, and it can create some of your profit. Next one, let's talk about big elephant. It's Tesla. As we all know that Tesla is a huge company. It is going to be a huge company, even often compared as a $1 trillion company, which is currently not. The valuation is around 400 to $500 billion. Like huge swings. It dropped 21% in last 2 weeks and up 20 more than 400% in 1 year. So it's completely out of blue company which is revolutionizing the EV market, which is the leader of EV market, and every other company is trying to copy or somewhere pace the race and compete with Tesla in EV market, which I don't think currently is any other company doing the same thing that Tesla is doing, which is way ahead of any other companies. Now, considering that Tesla is having battery day on 9/22, so September 22nd will be a huge day. Elon Musk has already pumped up with giving some of his tweets, and there have been talks about million-mile battery, even talk about ride-hailing app, insurance business. There are so many other things about the Boring Company, SpaceX. They all have positive impacts on Tesla. At the same time, I would consider you to play long-term calls rather than a short-term call, considering elections in the United States. So many other negative news like not inclusion in S&P Capital 500. So I leave it on you, but I this is my personal suggestion that buy long-term calls, not puts. Puts can be disastrous considering Tesla is a growing market. Earlier, I used to see 1 to 2 Tesla vehicle. Now I can see on road like out of every 10 car I see one car definitely Tesla. So I'm telling you, world is changing, EV market is changing, it's growing, everyone wants sustainable energy. 2020 is have been a disaster. Fire in California has reminded us of not using fossil fuels but rather trust battery run cars, and it will be encouraged in coming future, especially the president. If Biden wins, he is definitely going to promote it. If Trump wins, he will also try to promote such kind of renewable resources for sure. So we will see a lot of dynamic changes, but Europe and China has already been bracing up, and India has been out left so far. Elon Musk might be announcing a new cheap range car for countries in other Asian countries like India or Philippines or any other countries which are located in India and can afford a low cost vehicle and which can run on electricity. So it can be a possibility, like Steve Jobs did in past. He can also do such thing or announce something big which can be a huge amount of attention, and we can see another run up. So I leave it on you, but I'd recommend to have long term calls or you can buy stocks. Now, a new news came today about Oracle chosen as TikTok's tech partner as Microsoft bid is rejected. So, Microsoft has already seen a lot of downfall because of Nasdaq correction range in last few weeks, and Oracle, which is a very stable company, has won the race of acquisition of TikTok. Also to know that Oracle is a very stable business, and if they acquire North America TikTok business, their stocks are definitely going to increase in the long range because TikTok has been a revolutionary app which is very famous among different people and especially youngsters, and their marketing and their advertising industry is going skyrocketing. So at the same time, Oracle can have a profitable business as a TikTok. On the other hand, Microsoft has already fallen down a lot, and I would definitely suggest you to have a kind of risk management in terms of playing Microsoft. As far as options are concerned, let's see Oracle stocks. So it was on the news, and around 4th of September it saw a big downfall because of the market correction, but on 1st of September it had a run up, and also on 26th of August it had a run up because of the news about the possibilities of Oracle in competing with Microsoft for acquisition of Tesla, or sorry, acquisition of TikTok. So considering that, it can have a surge in the long range. So I would definitely suggest you to again have long term call, but not so much like, as you know that Oracle is a very stable company, so your money will be safe and time decay can be a factor. So I suggest long term calls. Next one is Microsoft. In last few weeks, we have already seen that it has dropped a lot, especially in the last week, and it's at 203. So this is my personal suggestion that there are a lot of people who will buy puts tomorrow, and I would suggest you not to do that because Microsoft is a progressive company, stable company, and you may end up losing some money because it can give you short-term profit, but um, anything can happen. If the market correction is going forward and it's going towards upside for all the tech stocks, then Microsoft will not drop a lot and might be will not be able to recover your losses. So buying puts on Microsoft can be a bad decision or maybe a good decision in the short term for you. So it depends on you what you have to do. But Microsoft, like other progressive stocks like Apple and Tesla, is also forward looking stock, and I would suggest you to buy rather call when it drops even more and you feel like this is the price limit and it's going upward. Then you can buy definitely a call for a long term after dropping. But I would not suggest you to buy puts on Microsoft. The next one, Nvidia to buy ARM holding from SoftBank for $40 billion. Now, this deal can have a huge impact on the stock market. Nvidia is already down because of the recent market correction in Nasdaq, but Nvidia in last 1 year has been on a huge run up, and I would tell you that Nvidia is doing great in terms of their business, and SoftBank on the other side has been falling recently, and it can be a reason for their profitability in next few days, especially in the stocks. It can go up and so some run up. Nvidia on the long term as well, so run up. Whenever a stock is purchased or whenever a company is purchased, the buying company, their stocks fell down, and the selling company, their stocks go up. This is like the common trend. So in recent days, you will see Nvidia stocks can drop even a little bit more, and then it will become stabilized and then it will go up. So you have to find a pattern that when it's going up, and I would again suggest you to buy long term calls for Nvidia. So you can see that on the 1st of September, when everything was on peak, Nvidia was on peak. So tomorrow it's good to watch, because if Nvidia is going to purchase, there are possibility that it can drop for a while until they stabilize at some point, and then it will go and have a run up. So brace yourself and look carefully. I would suggest you to find out the bottom and then buy for long-term calls. SoftBank, on the other side, I would tell you to have a short-term calls, because SoftBanks has been involved in a lot of tech stocks in the United States, and there are 91% of analysts say that buy and buy SoftBank, but for a short term, I would say tell you to have short term calls, make profit, and just get rid of the stock. I don't believe this stock because of so many reasons. It has been playing calls like crazy, and was reason for the market correction in recent past, as told by different analysts. But I would, from my side, I don't want to keep it for long term. And one major EV stock that is still very debatable and have you can see that their volume has been decreasing with time because of run-ups by Tesla or Nikola or some other EV companies, but I still believe that is very undervalued according to the analysts. And I personally am going to buy some calls for long term in terms of NIO, and it is expected that by end of this year, it can be a possibility that NIO stocks are in the range of 40 to 50. So, if you have long-term calls, you can buy NIO stocks. And long-term, I mean to say till 2021 or 22, rather than 2020. Buy as long as possible, because NIO stocks have good potential, considering the Chinese government have some contribution to the NIO stocks, and they are going to pump up their production, because they don't want Tesla to be so successful as the Chinese company to be successful in their own country. And NIO have very good customer services, which have been circulating in news and sentiments of Chinese people. So I would definitely suggest you to buy long-term calls on NIO. Buying puts on NIO can be a bad decision according to me. All right, and that's it. So I hope you all have got some idea about how I'm thinking about this market, and I hope it helps. So see you next time, and please subscribe to my channel. I see very few subscription, and it makes discourage me. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for devoting your time. Have a great one. Bye.